Hi, I'm Melissa Chastain, Interim Superintendent for Mexico Public Schools.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Salmon.
My name is Anthony Shiver.
My name is Dana Keller, and I'm the Director of the Mexico Area Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Cabriana Fountain, and I'm a junior in high school.
David Cocker, I'm the Assistant Principal here at Mexico High School.
My name is Haley Dean. I am in 10th grade.
My name is Virginia Paley, and I'm from Mexico, Missouri, and I am representing the Griffin Foundation.
Hi, my name is Katie Gooch.
My name's Kirk Acker, and I'm with the Edmonston Foundation.
I'm Barb Wilson. I own a Hallmark store here in Mexico, Missouri.
I grew up in this town. I went into teaching.
I'm Lily Yeager, and I'm a senior at Mexico High School.
Elizabeth Burks.
My name's Emma Nallen. I'm a senior at Mexico High School.
My name's Emily Noonan. I'm a senior. This is to be my second year of sewing.
My name is Tessa Hickens.
So we had a social for all of our teachers, and through that group we challenged them and suggested that at least once during a school year, invite someone in that can relate what the children are learning to a career. So somebody hands-on that can come in and say, I'm a fireman, and the reason you need to understand this is because it would help you in a career, and it helps me in my career in this fashion. And so it was really wonderful because we had some people that really took that challenge and ran with it. Miss Sarah Gooch, for instance, took that opportunity in her business classes and invited, I think, 38 or so people into her classroom just with the balance of that year.
We take into consideration what the need is for the community, what is needed most in the community. But also Anna Margaret was really involved in school. She taught school.
The Edmonston Foundation is a foundation that was started by Miriam Arnold Edmonston. And as a board member on there, what we like to do is we like to support things that happen in the community of Mexico, Missouri.
When I taught, core subjects were the ones that got most of the money, that in schools. If you have kids that can't take it because there's no room, it tells you that program needs to have a little chance to grow. And I'm going to donate to them because I helped buy them. I bought a lot of supplies for my kids when I taught.
Oh my gosh, our community benefits from programs that are project-based, hands-on. We have a business in town that utilizes seamstresses. There are jobs for these kids.
Our students benefit in so many ways, from business, school partnerships, any kind of a partnership with the community. At the end of the day, if you were to look at, and a lot of research has been done on community partnerships with schools, and opportunities for students are expounded greatly. Project-based programs in our schools, when you think about students really being ready for the workforce, college and career ready, what does that mean? And for some of our students, they've always known what they wanted to do their whole lives, but for most of our students, they don't. And so any kind of hands-on learning that is provided through the project-based learning opens kids' eyes to things they never thought possible, that they never even dreamt of as far as being part of their life after high school. It opens up all sorts of doors. I have seen students who weren't supposed to graduate just based upon statistics that have graduated and gone on to lead very successful lives because of what they have done with project-based learning. It's huge. It can impact a child's life forever.
I'm David Cocker. I'm the Assistant Principal here at Mexico High School because it's programs and classes geared directly toward getting into the workforce. And I'm not saying the regular ed stuff doesn't do that, but for some kids it's just a lot more, that connection happens right away. And I've just seen the power that can have in helping a kid not just in that class, but then see the relevance of some of the other classes. Like take English, for example, if I'm doing a CTE program, now I see the benefit of me being able to read and follow instructions. Now it's a job-related skill. Well, I think from some of the stuff I'm involved in the admin side is the community, especially the business owners, really need kids with a certain set of skills coming out, and I think these programs provide that, and it also allows the community to, I think, be more involved in where we go with stuff. You know, the stakeholders have much more of a say, I think, in a CTE environment.
So as a chamber director, we want to be really involved with the schools and our students, because as a community, we don't think we can be any healthier than our children. So with that, as we investigated deeper and deeper into the areas we thought we could impact, we realized there was really a shortfall in qualified workforce. And we decided that if we were involved with the school district and with students on a younger level, that maybe we could impact their ability to go to work and to make, you know, better career choices, and to understand that even if they don't go to college, there's career and technical opportunities. And so we gathered together and started a group called Partners for Education and Employment Coalition. And that group worked together to communicate with teachers initially and really drive home the point that we're here, we're great employers, and we really want you to understand what we do so that you can maybe impact your students and help them understand what their opportunities are here in our community.
What made me decide to take textiles and fashion is that I love to sew, and my grandma taught me at a young age, and she passed away, and I'm just like, I'm the only one in the family who knows how to do this stuff, so I'm just like, I'm going to learn more and more so I can get better at it. And
so I've been involved with this program for about, well, it's half a year because I joined second semester, but I learned a lot through it, and I got to make all kinds of stuff. And I learned how to sew just simple stitches with my hand, and then I also got to work with a sewing machine, which was very cool because I have one at home, so it was a big leap.
Initially it was because I didn't want to take algebra, so I decided to go into sewing, but I've always been kind of interested in fashion and sewing, so I figured why not, I could learn something. And I came back the second year because it was fun and I knew that I could do more like advanced projects.
The reason I took this class is because I wanted to learn how to make my own clothes and maybe possibly sell them in the future.
So I actually didn't choose to be put in this class. It just so happened to be that it fit into my schedule better than the other classes. So I'm actually really grateful that I did get put into the class though, even though that it wasn't expected. So I like that it's very independent. Like she gives us the information and we go do the work by ourselves. It's like very mindful to just sit there and do the work instead of having like a consistent interruption of the teacher talking. So I like that about that class. This class is different from my other classes because of how hands-on it is. In my other classes, we don't actually get to like participate in that much like physical work. It's more mental work.
Fashion, you know, like sewing, creating things that you want to create. It's like a break from all of that, where you can just like be yourself and have fun.
This class differs just because you can kind of like show off, wear your stuff. I just feel like it's just more like relaxed and laid back, and you can kind of collaborate with people more on it, and it's just more of a connection thing.
would definitely tell that student to take this class. Like it's an experience, and you learn so many things, and it's just fun overall. Take the class. You're not going to regret it. It's fun, and make sure you have friends with you to do it as well.
I'd tell them to make sure they're ready to learn, because that's the most important thing in sewing class. It's creative and stuff, so it's not super hard, it's not super easy.
I would encourage people to join this class because it's a lot of fun, and it's also no harm in learning new things.
What I would tell other students is that it's kind of like a necessity. You know, can't always like go back to your mom, have them fix something. So you might have to just learn it on your own.
What I would tell them is like, you need to like think of like how you would apply it in your future too. But also, if it makes you happy, makes you feel like you would like a place where you belong and like you'd be able to make friends there, then yeah, go for it.
My grandma wanted me to always learn how to do quilts and stuff. And in my head that I want to make a t-shirt quilt. Out of all the t-shirts I've been through, softball, baseball, all the sports I've been in, and just so I have it in the future so I could show one of my kids one of these days to be like, yes, your mom was in this, and yes, your mom did this.
I'll definitely have to use a lot of math in this class.
Math is definitely a big subject that you need to know.
I'm more of like a hands-on learner, so just being able to easily show what I have to do is just way easier and way more understanding. I feel like it's just more easier for people to learn.
The class tends to be a lot of hands-on work, and I don't think we've done one worksheet since the start of the school year that I can remember. Yeah, so this class actually does give me a really good break, especially since it is in the middle of the day. I have it around lunchtime, so it feels like I said, it's a mental break because we're not doing so much mental work, it's the physical work instead. So yeah, it feels good to have that kind of like break in the middle of the day.
With this class, you get more hands-on, so it's kind of like your cooking class, but with this, you get to make your own stuff instead of being told you have to make it this certain way, because you get to pick out your own patterns and you get to make something for yourself that reminds you of you and sets off your personality instead of something that someone's just telling you, oh, you have to make it this way.
I really do like to work hands-on in her class. It's just a lot better than just a paper and pencil and learning how to do measurements and things like that.
Thought about like creating costumes. I thought that would be cool.
Think like whenever you get into class, sometimes you would have to look up videos to help you on like what project you want to do. So like that kind of like helped me with like if I ever just feel like I'm in a creative mood, I can always go to like YouTube and look up any DIY that I might want to do, or like if I have like a button that's off of my clothes, I can easily stitch it up because of like, you know, just get on YouTube and look it up.
Passion has always been a huge part of my life. Sarah Gooch, she has a tremendous passion for her programs, and there is nothing that is going to hold them back. So if you have passion, you have goals, there is no doubt you're going to achieve what you want.
So to have a robust partnership between the school and the community, business leaders, everything starts with a relationship. And we talk about that all the time as school leaders, relationships between teachers and students and admin and teachers. And that administrator really developing meaningful, authentic relationships with our business leaders and community members, that's everything. That's where it all starts. And I think that Sarah is a perfect example of someone who has developed some really strong relationships with people, and now look what that has done for her students. Had she not had those relationships or developed them, that would have never happened. When we think about what's happening with fashion and textiles right now, and I talked about this with the staff at the beginning of the year, what's your why, what's your passion, what drives you as an educator? We all have super hard days, education is hard. She's changing people's lives, right? Because she has passion that is driving her. And so at the end of the day, anytime you can do that as an educator, you have impacted a child's life that perhaps changed the rest of their life for the better. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do.